My second planning tip, and it seems so simple, talk to your child. If your child is verbal, talk to them even if they're not verbal, on two levels. One, when choosing your activities and even where you're going to go, if your child is verbal, ask them. Ask them what they would like to do, where they would like to go, or what things are important for them. One of my children always wants to have the option to swim, no matter where we go. So if we rent a holiday house, we are looking for one with a pool. If we're looking for a hotel, we look for one with a pool. But that is like the top thing on his list, is that he's going to have somewhere that he can go and swim, because in his mind, that's part of what a vacation is. So having talked to him about what his expectations are or what his desires are, has helped us plan trips that they enjoy more. It seems so simple, right? But we often don't think to do that. 2 years ago, one of our autism specialists suggested this strategy, and for some reason, I don't know why, I was resistant. I think I was thinking it would disrupt my child. F is really into routine and regulation and schedule and the rhythm of normal life, that any change, negative, positive, indifferent, any change dysregulates him. So I guess I thought that talking about something that would completely change the schedule, the daily rhythm, what he was used to, would start that dysregulation early. What I have found is the opposite. I trusted our autism expert. I really like her. And she has always had good insight into our children. So I did try it. And I admit, reluctantly, because I was afraid. I was afraid to put him into meltdown, to like even saying when we have a school holiday, as we do tomorrow, telling him that Thursday is not a school day. So tonight, when I put him to bed, I'll say, it's not a school night. And I know that I'm going to just need to give him some grace, because that will throw him off. And he's going to say, Thursday is a school day. And that's going to take him a little while to process. He will probably have to stim. He loves staying home. He loves having holidays, but it's a change. So by talking to him about what to expect and that the holiday was coming up, he not only knows that the holiday is coming and looks forward to it and talks about it regularly himself, but we can talk through what that will look like. He really needs to know what the expectations of him are. So when he's in a situation where he doesn't understand the social rules or expectations, this dysregulates him very quickly. I remember we were on a very crowded ferry to Venice, and he just didn't understand. Like, some people could walk around, but some people, we had seats, and we hadn't talked about what crossing for a couple hours on a ferry would look like, or should look like, or what people do on the ferry. We didn't even think. We just didn't. And so he's like seeing everybody doing different things, getting food, walking around, going to the bathroom, and he didn't know what he was supposed to do. And so he was trying to do all of these things all at the same time. And he ended up extremely dysregulated. So if you're going to go, say, on a plane, every time you see a plane, we see them flying over us in the sky or that. My kids like to point them out, and we say, oh yes, we'll be going on a plane. And when we go on the plane, we'll go through a lot of checks. And once we've gone through the checks, we'll go to the gate, and then we'll wait there until they tell us that it's our turn to get on. And then we'll line up, and there'll be a wait there, and really talk through the process. So they're going to know exactly what to expect and try to think about all the steps that are involved. That wait when you give over your ticket after your seat has been called. And then often at the end of the gangway, there's a wait to actually get on the plane. And then you've got to go down the aisle where there are other people getting into their seats. And that takes a little time. And that's going to help wait, you said we were going to our seat, but I'm not in my seat. And this person's in front of me. And why can't I get where is our seat? And why? And all that stuff that we kind of intuitively know and expect, they might not. And it's very upsetting to not understand what is happening or what to do. Not to push past the person trying to put their luggage in the overhead container is actually something that I would need to tell F. But if I've done it beforehand, when the situation then arises, he knows what's expected and he knows what to do. So by talking to them about all the details, not just for their input, but also so they understand the situation and the social norms. Yeah. Our world is set up for neuronormative people. And some of these social norms we just understand intuitively. But if you don't have those in your head and you find yourself in this situation, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. Then you become uncomfortable. You become uncomfortable. It's almost a physical sensation in your body. And then your body doesn't feel right. And you don't feel like who you are. And then you start to head down the road and to meltdown, whatever that looks like for your child. If you can prevent that or ease some of that discomfort by talking to them, do it. And do it every time you see that plane. Because one thing many autistic children have in common is a love of repetition. I know when I pick up F at school, I am going to have the same conversation the whole drive home, every single day. I know what it is. I can tell you the script. But when I see a plane, we're going on a plane in July. When I see a plane, I interrupt the script to go through that script and get it so that it's ingrained. And then it comes to the point where when he sees a plane, he starts the script. That'll save you a lot of headache. So that's my tip. Sounds so straightforward, but talk to your child.